Hey there, everybody. I appreciate you clicking on this little YouTube video. You probably want to know who I am, might not know who I am, and that's totally okay because the reality is I'm brand new to this. Nobody really knows who I am, other than, of course, my family, my friends. So this is my little attempt at starting a new journey. You see, I'm real big on trying to reinvent myself. And as time goes on, I hope to put out some more videos, and you'll learn a little bit more about me along the way. But I think the best time if you want to try and start something new is start it right now. Because sometimes if you might say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, and before you know it, days turn to weeks and then to months, and then before you know it, you lose all interest in saying that you were going to try and start something new. And you never know. That opportunity that you passed up on really could have been something that changed your life. So with that aside, I want to welcome you. This is my little channel. It's called Thoughts with Fox, and Fox is just a shortened version of my last name, and I always really enjoyed when people called me it. To me, it rolls off the tongue really, really well. So if you ever comment, or I'll make sure I upload my email if you ever want to reach out, and for whatever reason, you could just call me Fox. All right, I'll respond to that, no problem. But what I want to try and do with this channel is I want to discuss political issues, economic issues, as well as cultural issues. And who knows, maybe even a little bit more. You never know where life might take you. And something might pop into my head, and I might say, ooh, somebody could really benefit from a video like this. So I guess a little more about myself. I got into politics about 7 or 8 years ago, pretty much right when I graduated high school. And if you were to compare politics back then, and I say back then, it's it's a short time ago, right? But to now, I mean, the political conversations have just elevated like times 100. And there's times where I sort of want to engage in something like that, but also too, there's times where I want to pull back and be like, whoa, this something like this isn't sustainable. So I got really, really good friends, and we do discuss politics a good amount of the time, especially right after the or leading up to the 2020 election. I mean, there was political news every single day, right? So it was kind of on everybody's plate. And one thing that we always kind of resort back to or have in common is after we, finish a little debate, or maybe we watch videos of people debating or sharing their talking points, we always really get fed up when there's someone that it really just seems like they're purposely misleading people, or they're just saying like the absolute most ridiculous things. And we always say somebody's got to speak out against that. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to eventually get into, is to be sort of a voice of reason. I don't want to try and chalk myself up like I'm going to be this enormous person commenting, but I want to be someone that maybe you can look to and know, okay, this person isn't going to mislead me. They're going to try and educate me just a little bit. And at the end of the day, you might not agree with what it is that I have to say, but at the end of the video, I will want to make sure that you at least understand why I arrived at the points that I arrived at. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to politics, I'm a little bit of a right-leaning person, okay? And you'll probably learn more and more about me as, hopefully you stick around and watch as this channel grows a little bit. But I never want to try and mislead you. I want to really be honest with you up front. I think honesty can really go a long way, especially in politics. And I think it's the best way of making a change, especially on cultural issues as well. So if you look, this is kind of words that I live by, sort of the inspiration of, reaching out and kind of making this channel. If you look underneath the American flag, you see, and you probably have already seen it, what's the point of having a voice if you never use it? It just kind of really speaks to me. Because again, some people might sort of have their political opinions, and they might say, but that's just me. Nobody's going to listen to me. This person has such a big following, they're only going to listen to them. But that's where I'll come in and say, what's the point of having that voice? What's the point of having those beliefs? Okay, another way to put it, what's the point of having those beliefs if you're never going to stand up for them? And that's what I want to do. I want to stand up for what it is that I believe in. And at the end of the day, if it's something that you potentially disagree with, at the very least, you're going to understand why I think the way that I think. And hopefully we can engage in some thoughtful discussion. And who knows, maybe at the end of videos, or, as time goes on, you might change my mind on certain topics and I might change your mind on certain topics. But that's healthy for political discussion, and that's healthy for the country to move forward. So on that note, this was just a little bit of an intro video. I hope to put out a video every single day, and like I said, I appreciate you clicking on the video, at least giving me a chance. I hope that you'll come back again another time, and hopefully you stick around. Always, you can leave me a comment, anything along those lines. I do want to know who it is that's potentially watching these videos. Never know, we might really agree on certain topics. But on that note, I hope to see you again sometime in the future. Thanks for watching the video.